Hello, everybody. It's maths time. Maths time. Are you excited? I'm excited, honestly. I'm gonna turn my mouse sensitivity down. Ooh, look at that! Look at that. You can chuck like an eye, and then you can trace the and you can chuck some pupils and like yes, 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 oh yes, oh yes, yes, yes. This is about math. So today we're talking about every second multiple of 5, but odd multiples. To make myself a little bit more clear, 5 times 2n minus 1, where n equals every natural number, right? Because we're in maths class. Not really. We're in fucking maths class. We're talking about maths, and we're not talking about computer science. So instead of, never mind. So we're talking about natural numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And for each natural entry in the natural numbers, this particular thing, let's call it alpha. I'm not going to call it alpha, I'm just going to call it A, because that's a little bit simpler. So for A, shocking A there. So natural number, entry 1, which is 1. 2 times 1, 2, minus 1, 1, times 5, 5. Yes? 2, for, like, this is n. N is an element of so 2 times 2, 4, minus 1, 3, 5 times 3, 15. Yeah. 3, 6, minus 1, 5, 15, 25. What was it? 25, yeah. 4. Yep, 4 times 2, 8, minus 1, 7, 7 times 5, 35. Yeah. 5, 10, minus 1, 9, 9 times 5, 45. Yeah. 6, yeah, 12, minus 1, 11, 11 times 5, 55, of course. So now, this new data set that we have here, that we've extrapolated, that's A. Is an element of whatever the fuck. It's been ages since I've done sequences, so, but you can see the pattern, right? You can see 5 plus 10, 15 plus 10, 25 plus 10, 35 plus 10, 45. It's every second multiple of 5, but we're taking only the odd numbers, as this particular part here is generating every odd number. 2 n plus 1. If you took notice while I was speaking my wording out, working out, 2n minus 1 is going to be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, etc. So that's the odd number generator. Now, what the fuck is this rule that I was referring to earlier? Did I even talk about it? Did I even hint at it? I don't know. There is a point to this. So, we're talking about squareds, actually, of elements of alpha. 5, 15, 25, 35, 45. Can go forever. Now, you just need to know a little something about concatenation. Very simply, if we wanted to do a 7, if we wanted to have a 7, and we wanted to concatenate that, I don't know if that's really the symbol for the concatenation. I think it is in some programming language. I think it was in MATLAB, but I don't really remember I worked with MATLAB last year. I don't know, but say this is concatenating a 7 and a 5 together, and when you concatenate a 7 and a 5 together, that sort of generates the number 75. Basically, it is, instead of applying just 7 times 10 plus 5 times 1, you can concatenate all sorts of numbers independent of their actual positions in the hierarchy of character digits. So if you had 1, 3, 3, 7, right? This is the thousandths. This is the hundreds. No, not thousandths. Thousands, hundreds, tens, ones, right? So that's 1000 times 1 plus 3 times 100 plus 3 times 10 plus 7 times 1, right? If you wanted to concatenate that with 25, that would actually bump up everything. So that would be the 100,000, 3 times 30,000, 3 times 3,000, 7 times 100, 3 times 1,000, 7 times 100, and 2 times 10, and 5 times 1. They're all added together in summation. So that's concatenation, basically. And once you've understood concatenation, you can kind of understand what rule I'm about to introduce to you. But it's not really a rule, it's a trick. It's a fucking fancy little shortcut for if you need to find a square or something. So when you want to square something, usually, you know, 7 squared, it's just going to be 7 times 7. No shit, right? Like, that's what squares are. It's just multiplying it by 2. Sorry, it's multiplying itself with itself twice. That's indicated by the little 2. So let's say if we wanted to do some element of alpha, alpha squared, so 5 squared. If we wanted to do 5 squared, it would be 5 squared is 25. Right? Now, if we wanted to do 15 squared, I don't know about you, but I already know what 15 squared is. But we're going to work it out anyway. So a concatenation rule, like what we explained earlier, is not rule. I keep on using rule. So that's 1 and 5. 1 times 10 plus 5 times 1. Basically, if we're trying to square this, we can turn it into something like this. 1 times 1 plus 1 concatenated with 25. Now we already know that 5 squared is 25, but this part here is 0, but when you wanted to actually work with it together, you ignore it because you're multiplying by 0. This will be a little bit clearer once I've stated the rule, maybe. So 1 times 1 more than 1, so 2. 1 times 2, 2. Concatenated with 25, so that's going to be 225. Let's scroll out a little further. And let's do something a little bit more radical. 25 squared. Okay, so now we've got we want to square 25 squared. I don't remember what that is off by heart. I don't remember it. Oh wait, yeah, it is. It's like 625 or something. So let's find out. So 5, we're going to concatenate. We're just going to do those little concatenation lines to represent what the fuck we're talking about. So 25, we already know that 5 squared is still going to be 25. And then you take the number 2. 2, not times, not plus, times. 2 times 1 more than 2, 3. 6, concatenated with 25. Let's pull out our little calculator. No, asshole. No! So it's going to be 25 times 25. 625. Easy. 2 times 3, 6, 2, 5. Okay, cool. Let's move on a little further. Let's do 75 squared. 75 squared, it's like 5625, I believe. So let's do this again. 5 squared, 25. 7 times 8, 56. 56 concatenated with 25. You get, oh, whoops, 5625. Wow! That's amazing. Let's find out what the fuck are we trying to do. 75 squared. 5625. Cool. I forgot that existed. Sorry about multiplying 25 by times 2 and 5. Yeah, so that's another one. So basically the rule is, do you really? Yeah, you do. So you multiply, let's say the concatenation of the multiple of 5 for alpha. Alpha equals like b. This is a shocking b. Let's try again. So b concatenated with 5 squared. No, that's not what alpha means. If we represent it as that, you can infer that a squared equals b times bracket b plus 1 close bracket concatenated with 25, which is of course 5 squared. That's it basically.